You may have heard of the new science of performance, but perhaps you don't know really what it's about. Well, watch this video and I'll tell you all about it. We have come a long way in our understanding of performance in the workplace. Just a few years ago, business leaders believed that performance was driven mostly by reward and incentives. The belief was that if we rewarded people with enough money or incentives, people would choose to give their best on the job and it would create better performance. In cases where people didn't perform well, we just figured that those people just didn't have the skill, or they didn't have the right stuff to perform as well as we expected, and we accepted their status quo work, and then we called them role players, or we just fired them. Today, we have a treasure trove of scientific data about the elements that drive performance. It's no secret that leadership is a key ingredient to this, but the new science of performance is much more. It's a holistic approach to bringing out the best of people in the workplace, and it's grounded in neuroscience research and validated through real workplace studies. Practically speaking, an employee's motivation and their behaviors, which could include giving their best and the choice to engage and whether they want to help a colleague or not, all this is brain-based and a result of many factors, including personality traits, brain chemistry, intrinsic motivation and values, and even intelligence. So if you're like most leaders and you're looking to boost performance of your employees or the overall performance of the organization, this new science of performance can only be implemented by learning and applying two key processes. The first one is hiring for performance, and this includes having a deep insight into a person's intellectual capabilities, their personality, and their motives and values. Now, to do this, you need to gain a better understanding of these areas and find ways to measure them as objectively as you possibly can. The second is to lead high performance. And this requires developing leaders to lead in a new way in this new world of work. Leaders have the ability to literally light up the brain of their people and switch it on. And when this happens, critical neural pathways open, blood flow to important areas of the brain increases, and energy and confidence surge. I call this process activation. In my book, Activator, Using Brain Science to Boost Motivation, Deepen Engagement, and Supercharge Performance, teaches leaders how to do just that. The workplace is different today than it was 2 or 3 decades ago, and it requires that leaders upgrade themselves, that they learn to leverage behavior and brain science and implement these new principles and techniques. Now, if you're interested in reading more, you can check out the description for the link to the Activator book, and you can also take your learning deeper in taking my online course called the Activator Leadership Method. It walks you through every leadership practice through these bite-sized video learning modules that you can watch at your own pace. Also, I have a free white paper that you can download called Lead with the Brain in Mind, which gives you 5 ways to use brain science to boost engagement and performance. You'll find the link to that resource as well in the description below. Ultimately, a leader's level of performance will be judged by the performance of their employees. If you want to take your leadership to the next level, I encourage you to leverage the new science of performance and improve your ability to optimize the brain of your people and boost their level of achievement, both on an individual and collectively as a team basis. You can do this and you can have a huge impact on people's lives that extends further than the walls of the organization and into their personal lives, where they can live their best, where they can reach their potential, and where they can have highly satisfied and fulfilled lives.